Hey guys, welcome back to the Be For Real podcast, episode 20.
Hi guys, episode 20.
20 is a cool girl number. It's like
is.
10 times 2.
Okay, basic math. She's on it.
Clearly this episode is about school because I'm already doing math.
She's already doing the math.
So that's
she's got her glasses on, like she's ready to learn.
I was trying to look schoolgirl today just for you guys, of course. Got to dress for the episode.
Yes, gotta give school, education, knowledge.
Yeah, I totally thought about that when I got dressed today. So we are veering towards the end of summer, which is like probably one of the saddest things that has come out of my mouth today.
It's like a detrimental statement
to
my life and my well-being.
And it's actually making me really sad because I was just like scrolling on TikTok and I was seeing people romanticizing summer and like hot sunny days on the beach, and I'm just like, oh
This is why I need to live in Europe, because come on.
Yeah, I know, or just somewhere hot in general.
Seriously, guys. I keep seeing on my For You page like Halloween ideas, and although I'm like, I don't want Halloween to be here yet, I'm like really into them because I'm like, I want to step out with a good Halloween costume this year, because I don't think I've even worn a Halloween costume in like years.
I can't remember one year within the past like however long that I have actually, I don't think I never have ever like created a good Halloween costume.
Yeah,
which is kind of sad.
We did something together a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we
2
did.
years ago. We just like went out to like a local bar
club,
hung out for the night with our last minute like day of conversations. those two last minute. I almost did it again. Last minute costumes. But I've really wanted to like step out with a bomb costume for years, and my issue is, first of all, I never know what I'm doing on Halloween, and I usually never have plans because I don't have a big friend group. I don't have a boyfriend and his friend, like, you know what I mean? So it's like my friend normally goes to like a big Halloween party that's like a barn party with like, I don't know, like 100 people or something. But to me, I'm like, hey, I don't want to do something that big. Like, that's too many people. Yeah. But I also am like, I don't want to go to a local bar again. So I'm like, I need something to do. Yeah. But so I normally don't have anything to do. And then I also have too many ideas that I really like, and I can't just narrow it down and pick one. Yeah. So then I end up doing nothing, no costume. And it has to be a last minute costume if I end up doing anything. Yeah. No, I can totally relate to that, because that's exactly why I've never had a costume either, because I have nowhere to go. Yeah. And so it's like, why would I create this extravagant costume to go nowhere? I know. I mean, I was going to say maybe we should find something to do this year, but I don't even know what to recommend. So we should. Yeah. You should just have a Halloween party here. I should, but like I don't have enough friends for that. Like, who would come? Like, you're like 10 people like, max. Literally, who would come? You're like 10 people. I'd be there. Duh. Yeah, so that's fun. A bit of a struggle. It's like it'd be fun to do like a Halloween night or like a fun like hangout thing, and then like go out from there, like find something to do, like go to something. Yeah, I'd definitely be down to like host something, but in terms of actually throwing a party, like I just don't have enough people. Not to like do that with. I also like wouldn't even want to go to like a party to be honest. Anyways, I like small fun gatherings. Yo, me too. Like more intimate, and like you just have fun, and then you could just go to bed whenever you want. Like you could dip. You know, that would be fun. Yeah, we need something. We'll plan something, and then we could take like cute photos. Because I just want to do a cute Halloween costume. I have so many good ideas, and I want to wear a costume. It's actually so exciting to think about like Halloween, the fall, Christmas. Like I really do love this time of year, but it's so bittersweet because obviously you don't want summer to end. So it's one of those situations where it's like you're letting go of something that makes you so happy in the sunshine, and you're trading it for like some cozy, wholesome, you know, things. But yeah, it's just this time of year is so bittersweet, and especially like going into September, fall vibes are there, coziness is coming along, but then it's like the depression that summer is ending is real. It's gonna hit. I was just telling Michaela that I'm going to Vegas in September, like mid-September, and I'm like, that'll be my last like summer hurrah weekend, because it's gonna be super hot there. It's always hot there. Yeah. And so far, like, our weather's not looking that hot the next couple weeks, unfortunately. Like, it looks like it's kind of cooling down here, which I really hope that it'll kind of kick back into gear maybe in September, and we get a little bit of more warmth for a bit longer. But no, I'm like, when I'm in Vegas, it's not like club. No, it's gonna be pool, tan, swim, club, pool, outside, sunscreen, swim. Yeah. I need to do that. Yeah. Before it's chilling on the couch for the next 10 months.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice like summer send-off.
Literally.
So at least you're gonna get hot weather, you're gonna get a fun time, you're gonna get a good summer vibe before you come back, and it's literally gonna be like fall.
Crunchy leaves and
crunchy
PSLs.
leaves. Oh my god, PSL, stop it.
I actually really like pumpkin spice chai. Like chai tea lattes are really good. I don't drink coffee, so I've never had a PSL, but like a pumpkin spice chai.
Yeah.
So I might need me some pumpkin spice sauce so I can make a yummy drink. Do you think a pumpkin spice matcha would be good or no?
Honestly, I'm not going to knock it till I try it.
I'm not going to knock it. I feel like the flavors, I can imagine it not being good.
Yeah.
But it also could be good.
Honestly, though, like pumpkin spice, anything, it's going to be sweet. Mm-hmm. So it's like, can it really taste that bad?
Yeah, that's true.
It might not be like the best combination in the world, but I don't think I'd get it and I'd be like, ooh, this is gross.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
God, all this fall talk is crazy. Let's cut it out.
No,
we'll talk about school related things, but we'll just ignore the fact that happens in fall.
I mean, we're going to do a whole fall episode once fall is really here.
Yeah.
So we'll save that for then, but
we should do like a fall bucket list, because you know how we did a summer one?
100%.
We'll do a fall one. We should also talk about the things on our summer bucket list that we actually did do.
Wait, that's actually scaring me because
there's a lot of things I definitely didn't do that we said.
It feels like we literally just sat down here and talked about our summer bucket list. Yeah. How are we now being like, oh, I did this and I didn't do this? Like, what the hell? That makes me so sad. I wish I planned like a end of summer trip, end of August. Like, I wish I planned something for like this last week of August, just to end off summer. What long weekend is it? Labor Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week.
Oh, I always forget about that one. But that's always like the long weekend before school starts. Yeah. So that's okay. Yeah.
Well, let's catch up a little. I know we just kind of went off for a second there. Yeah. How was your last week? What'd you get up to?
It was good. I did more golf, and it actually really hurt my hand. So I'm taking like a little break because I used like this new club, and it was a bit longer than like the other ones that I was using. And so at the driving range, I like went to go hit it, and since it was a bit longer, it hit the ground really hard. Ooh. And so my hand kind of jammed. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, I kind of hurt my hand a lot, and so I'm just like taking a rest.
She's injured.
I'm injured, but I might be back this weekend, so we'll see how I'm feeling.
That's so cute.
Oh, we never talked about, did you see It Ends With Us yet?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Okay. I did see it recently, and okay, this might be a hot take. It didn't do any justice to the book. Like, it just, I don't even know if it was like the casting or what it was, but I really just like didn't enjoy it as much as I thought that I would. Mm-hmm. The outfits, the everything, it just wasn't it. And like how you imagine like the main character Lily Bloom in the book is nothing like she's portrayed as in the movie.
Right.
And it's really sad. Like, honestly, a bunch of like the scenes were so cringy, and I'm like, this is not doing the book any justice.
Oh man.
So it kind of was a disappointment. I don't want to blame that on like the casting, because I really do like Blake Lively, but I just don't think that she fit that role. And a lot of people I've seen agree on that, where like they don't think that she was like the right fit for the role, and so that might have affected it a lot. But also like the wardrobe, like what are you doing? Like what did she wear the whole movie was actually so bad. Like, it didn't fit the character, you know?
Yeah, the wardrobe team flopped with that.
Oh, they definitely flopped. I don't know how that got approved, but yeah, and literally everybody on social media was mad about the wardrobe, because they were like, what is this? Like, they were comparing
head of costumes got fired.
No, literally they were comparing it to like what it should have been like from the book, and it was so accurate. Like, none of her outfits like were what she would have worn in the book. But anyways, I just wanted to give my hot take on that, because I don't know, like the book, I just envisioned something so different. They just like, I feel like missed out a lot of crucial parts that were in the book that didn't make it to the movie. And like a lot of things were underplayed. You know what I mean? Like they weren't, I don't even know.
They weren't made to be as big of a thing as it was in the book.
Exactly. And it should have been for like the storyline of the movie. Yeah. I know a lot of people always say like, oh, the book is usually so much better than the movie. But it's not even just that. It's just the fact that I feel like they left a whole bunch of important shit out. The casting, the costumes, just like wasn't it.
Well, I still haven't seen it, so hopefully I'll see it by the end of this week. I would love to go see it, because like I said, I haven't read it, so I'm curious to see like what my take on it will be. Yeah, honestly, I can probably just see myself being like, yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, because
you're not picky.
I'm really not picky, and honestly, like, and I think I said this like last episode or whenever we were talking about going to see Deadpool, was like, I'm not a harsh movie critic at all. Like any movie I see, I'm like, yeah, that was good, unless it actually was super awful. The only movie I've seen that I can actually go like, that movie kind of sucked, was Five Nights at Freddy's.
I've never seen it.
We watched it, like me and Hannah watched it on our flight home from Mexico, and I was like, okay, wait, this is bad.
Really?
This is bad. And I was excited to see it because I've actually never played the game, but I've watched people play the game, and I thought it was very entertaining, so I was curious to see it as a movie. I just feel like it could have been so much better, and there were some parts that were like cringy, and I was like,
yeah,
I've never actually watched a movie and gone, that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And that was like the only movie I can recall that I've thought that about. But no, I'll be like, yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It was really good. Then I open online and everyone's like, that movie was awful. And I'm like, oh,
Rotten Tomatoes like 2%.
Yeah,
you're like, that was
didn't
great.
Know that was the common thought about that.
Yeah,
but I'm on a different wave.
Clearly.
Yeah.
No,
I
your
feel
expectations are low for movies.
Yeah, I just like, I don't really care.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I didn't grow up watching all these grand masterpieces, and people are like, these are the best movies of all time. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch like older movies when I was younger, so I literally just watched like Scooby-Doo and Disney Channel. Like,
wait, what do you mean by older movies?
Like older rating movies.
Oh yeah, me neither.
So like all these movies, people are like, these are master, like, I don't know, I just haven't seen a lot of like, guys, y'all, I haven't seen Mamma Mia. Like, yeah, there's lots of movies that I do want to see, but lots that I haven't seen, so I feel like that's why my standard isn't that high, because I probably watch a lot of shitty movies. Yeah. My parents also had a DVD refurbishing business. So when DVDs were like the main thing, we had a million trillion movies in our basement because they used to, until they had a store. So that's what they would do, is they would have machines that would fix the scratches on DVDs, because how if it had a scratch, like it would glitch, it wouldn't play or whatever. So they would refurbish them and fix them and then resell them. So we did that. So we always had so many movies at home all the time.
That's
so I feel like I watched all the kids' movies. Like,
yes,
because my mom was very like a worrywart mom, where she was like, that's inappropriate, you're not watching that.
That was how my parents were.
Yeah, so I never watched a lot of things. So yeah, I watched all the kids' movies. I watched them. Yeah. But I did not see a lot of like these iconic movies that I'm like, hey, I should see those. So I'm like, maybe that's why my standard is low for movies. I watch anything, I'm like, that was good. Yeah. Like, I'll get out of the movie and someone will be like, I don't understand what happened. That was stupid. What was the plot? And I'm like, I had a good time.
I enjoyed my popcorn.
I had a good time. So
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. No, I get that. When I was younger, I wasn't allowed either. And I haven't even watched the Harry Potter series because I wasn't allowed when I was younger. And everybody, when they hear that to this day, they're like, jaw drop to the floor.
Yep, I haven't either. Every time I say that, people are like,
I know. They're like,
killed their child.
No, I know. And like, I'm like you, where I haven't seen like a lot of iconic movies either. I've been trying to like catch up like now that I'm older. Yeah. But yeah, I'm literally the same way. So that's funny. But I
think I've seen one Harry Potter. Have you seen any at all?
I literally haven't seen any. So I'm thinking about watching them this fall.
Everyone, yeah, you know what? I respect that they're good movies. It might be different because, I haven't seen it for the first time when I'm 12. So it might be a different, people who have watched it their whole lives and watched it multiple times. I understand that, like, also connection to the to the series and everything. Like, if I'm watching it for the first time at 24, like, I might not love it as much as everyone who's grown up watching it will.
Yeah, no, that makes so much sense.
But I do want to watch Harry Potter. Like, it's so funny because I used to be like, I'm not a nerd. Like, I don't want to watch Harry Potter. I don't want to watch anything Superman or like Marvel. But now that I'm older, I'm like, just watch the movies. Like, they're just movies. If you don't like them, you don't like them. It's just like, I think it's because of the Marvel ones. There's so many that it's like just confusing at this point, and like I haven't grown up watching them, so it just is very confusing. Yeah, so that's why I don't really want to get into it. But Harry Potter, there's only like, what is there, like 4 or 5?
I think there's way more. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure.
I feel like there's 8. Like really, I would have said maybe 6. I don't know, guys.
I don't know either. My guess is 8 because I know I've seen like there's a bunch of books, so I'm just gonna guess that there's like 8.
Yeah, I don't know,
but I know there's definitely more than like 4.
Anyways, maybe we'll start that. We'll start like a movie club. We should do that in the fall, like a movie club.
No, but why would that actually be so
movie
cute?
Of the week? We have to watch it and talk about it.
That would be so okay, we're gonna cute. Do that. And that's perfect for the fall.
I feel like we have to start that in like once it's actually like fall vibes out, like once it's like October.
Like wait for October, yeah.
We'll let you know, and then you guys can suggest movies that we have to watch. That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
And a book club, but maybe not. We have to read the same book. You just have to read a book.
and we could like start also like a channel, like how you could do those like channel things on your Instagram, like a broadcast channel. Yeah, we can like start one in like on our podcast account and like chit chat about like the movies.
I love it. I love it. So cute, but. Yeah, I actually don't even know where the heck Oh, you were saying what you've been up to. I was like, where did we spin off?
Because I said I watched It Ends With Us.
Right. So what else did you get up to? You came to my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oops. Almost forgot about that. I feel like since I'm not looking at my camera roll, it's hard to remember. Okay. So, yeah, we went out for your birthday and it was so much fun. We went out for dinner, got some pasta. And then we went out to this arcade place downtown and it was like really fun. There was good music bumping. There was games. Yeah, it was a fun time. And then so randomly on the way home, there was a literal thunder and lightning storm.
A literal storm.
And I knew she was brewing.
Dude, it was just so funny. Because Michaela at like, let's say like 7 or 8 o'clock, she's like, there's going to be a storm later. And I think everyone just disregarded what she said.
Everyone was like, okay,
cool. But none of us seen it on like the weather. Like no one else knew that there was going to be a storm. Like I don't think anyone was checking the weather. And then all of a sudden we're driving home and all of a sudden there's like lightning and thunder. And Michaela's like, I knew. We're like, how did you know,
I'm like low-key flexing like, I know.
So we were joking the whole time that she's like the weather lady. Like she should become like a broadcaster,
a meteorologist,
something. It was just so funny. We're like, okay, well, what's the weather tomorrow?
I'm like, it's looking not too good.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's funny because last night as well, I woke up at like 4 a.m. and all of a sudden there was this huge flash.
This morning, right?
It was
Apparently storming over last night as well.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell, right? So I'm like, okay, was that just like my imagination or did something
just blink too fast?
Yeah, or did something just flash in here? So I like pay attention to the sky and then all of a sudden it happens again and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's lightning. And it kept happening and I was like, this is so random. Like I didn't know. I didn't predict the storm.
I was surprised you didn't know.
I know. It caught me off guard, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it was a crazy night. Like the weather was like,
yeah, the weather has been so weird here. I know we always talk about the weather, but it truly has been so odd.
I know it has been. Anything else you got up to last week or just
I'm trying to think, but I'm pretty sure like that's like the biggest things that I did.
Yeah.
Also obviously just, gym, working out, sticking to my routine. Other than that, nothing super extravagant. What about you?
Yeah, I had a good week. It was my birthday. It was my friend's birthday and my brother's birthday.
It was like, everybody's birthday.
It was birthday week. Yeah, like my week was really busy. So we went out for Hannah's birthday on the Wednesday and yeah, we just went out. We had a fun day. I tried mochi ice cream. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
It was good. But I had the matcha one, which they had strawberry ice cream, but it was sold out. So I was kind of disappointed because I wanted that.
Yeah.
Like mochi strawberry.
Yeah.
So I got the matcha one, which it was still good, but I just feel like it could have been sweeter. So I just wish that I got the strawberry,
Yeah.
But it was really good. The only thing is they put like matcha on top, like as like a little garnish kind of type thing. I breathed it in. Like I literally like took a breath and it like went up my throat and I like choked on this matcha powder.
No.
I was like not me choking on this matcha powder. Like it ruining it for me.
That's like cinnamon when you accidentally like inhale her a little bit.
No, it was me with matcha. I inhaled it.
That's funny.
But yeah, that was good. Fun day. It was my brother's birthday. I think I just worked that day. I had a good time. Good week. And then yeah, it was my birthday. Went for a little massage in the morning and then brunch, opened some presents, and then and then the girls came over and we went for dinner and to the bar, and it was really fun. I had a great time. But I don't know if anybody else relates to this. I get very like stressed out, like anxious about planning like my own birthday, because in my head, like I love my birthday because it's like it's just your day. Like I can pick whatever I want to do and like everyone's down for it because like it's my birthday. So it just makes me stressed out because I like things to go perfectly.
Yeah.
So when things aren't going perfectly or like, things are just kind of getting a little mixed up, it makes me really stressed out because especially for my birthday, like I planned everything. I'm also a bit of a control freak that way. So I like to plan everything. But then in the moment, I'm like, hey, I planned everything and I'm supposed to be sitting here like just having fun time. It's my birthday. But in my head, I'm like, okay, we have to be here by this time. We have to be there. We have to do this. Like I'm making sure that everyone is having a good time and no one like, like we are getting food. We have to be somewhere to pay the bill and then you got to go there and we got to get it. Like, it just felt stressful to me that I was like anxious. I just felt like I wasn't fully relaxed all night.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. And one of my friends offered, she's like, girl, literally next year, just tell me what you want to do and I'll book it all. And I was like, honestly, yes.
Yeah, honestly, I think you should leave it out of your hands next year.
Right? she would be the only friend that I would probably actually allow her to do everything, because she's also super like
Which
perfect.
friends?
Elena.
Okay.
She's also very much a perfectionist, and like she's type A to the core. Like
I could
so
really
organized.
see her planning that.
Oh yeah. She
and like her being like on the ball, like knowing exactly what we needed to.
And like
she gives plans, like mom energy.
Oh, she totally does, right?
Yeah,
in a good way.
In a good way. Yes,
not a crabby mom.
You always have that one friend that gives mom energy.
Oh yeah, no, but she totally
in
does.
The best way.
Yes, and so I was like, if anyone could plan something and me actually know it's gonna go exactly how I want it to, it would be her. So I'm like, she's like, let me know for next year. Yeah, anyways, but it was a good time. I had lots of fun, and then on Sunday I went to like a little tea house with my family and then went for dinner. So I was like really busy all weekend, but it was really fun. It was nice to have a busy weekend. I felt like I had no downtime though, so once it was...
That's a bit exhausting.
Yeah, once it was Monday, I was like
time to get back to work
and
chill.
And then go to work and get back into, again, my routine.
The swing of things.
Exactly. But yeah, I had a great time. Great week. Yeah. And then just been kind of chilling since then.
Nice. So what would you rate your birthday this year?
I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. -1 point because, I woke up and my hair wasn't exactly how I liked it.
That's funny.
I tried to like prep it in advance and it turned out like shit. And I was like, all right, I'm depressed now. And then just 1 point for me feeling stressed out.
It didn't look bad on like at the birthday. No, because so I'm assuming this happened in the morning.
It was in the morning because I woke up, like I did rollers and like did it before I went to bed. Then I woke up and it looked like I didn't even do it. I was like, all right, well that's really awesome.
Oh.
So I had to like fully redo my hair pretty much.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah, so I felt stressed out in the afternoon because I was like, okay, I have to focus on my hair or I'm not going.
Or I'm not.
I was like,
they can have showing up to my
I
own
will
birthday.
be in my bed.
That's funny. No, I totally get that. It's the whole freaking hair fiasco. And whenever you want it to turn out the best is when it always turns out the worst because you put so much pressure on it.
Exactly.
And that's like exactly like makeup. It's like when you want it to have a good makeup day, that's when it turns out like the shittiest.
I know.
Ugh, it's just being a girl, you know.
I'm just a girl, okay? So we know a lot of people are going to be going back to school quite shortly. And we kind of just wanted to give not so much tips because, well, tips, but not in the sense of like, oh, on campus do this or like this is where you get a good calculator. Like we don't know that, okay? Like we didn't go back to school, really. So
we didn't go back to school.
Like I graduated and I was like, peace.
Yeah.
Goodbye for life.
For life. Goodbye.
4L.
Closing this chapter for real.
Yes, the book is closed. Let's duct tape that and throw it out.
Yeah.
Pretty much just little like tips, more so like kind of how to navigate. Maybe so much if you're someone who's like, I don't know, shy or to yourself or like looking like how to make friends or to just like talk to people, how to get out of your comfort zone or how to stay organized when school starts and stay on track or, you know, I don't know. I feel like we'll go kind of two routes of it. I feel like more so the like high school age people would probably relate to more so like not like the fitting in at school, but like how to navigate it yourself. And then maybe people who are in like post education. Is that what you say? Post-grad.
Post-secondary?
It's post-grad. Post-secondary.
Wait, no, post-secondary is high school, right?
Yeah. That's why I was like,
kidding.
wait.
Post-grad.
Things like that. It was more so like how to stay in routine and Michaela's favorite thing. And
if you didn't already
stay on track with school because obviously, you know, once you graduate and you go into school, like that is then by choice. You're paying to go to school at that point. So now it's like, you got to stick to your shit.
Yeah.
Versus we're forced to go to school.
Yeah.
To high school. So it's like
you got to go.
Sometimes it can be hard, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What pops into your little brain at first? Not little, it's a big juicy brain.
It's a dainty
brain, little girl brain, but it's like really juicy and smart.
Yeah, it's really juicy, just to let you all know. The first tip I have, just like for any point in school or whatever, this is more so like a social life tip, is like literally, I know I sound like a broken record because I've spoken about this so many times, but I feel like it's just so important and I wish I knew this while I was going through school. It's literally just not to care about what other people think about you because I feel like high school especially could be so cliquey. At least in my high school it was, and there was like these specific groups.
It's like a hierarchy in a way.
It's literally like a hierarchy.
Like an unspoken hierarchy.
And it's scary. It's like who formed this, who did this, who started this, not sure. but it just like exists. And it's really scary because like you don't want to, you know, be the drama. You don't want everybody to talk about you because you did something out of the ordinary. You're always scared of being yourself because you don't want people talking about you. But at the end of the day, guys, like seriously, looking back at my high school experience, I feel like I was literally in a shell because I was just so scared of what anybody would think about me. And that just like held me back and held me down. And it really just like, not, I don't want to say made me miserable, but obviously if you're like kind of just like holding yourself back, it's not going to make you feel good. So just like don't care about what other people think about you in high school and in school in general. Once you graduate and once you go out into the real world, you'll realize that like none of it matters.
None of those people matter at all.
None of that social status that was like curated in high school, none of the
that
people,
doesn't follow you out of school.
Trust me when I say this, that is only in high school. It does not follow you out into the real world. And so seriously, like it doesn't matter like who you are in high school. Just be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and don't care about what other people think about you because their opinions are so irrelevant. And girl, let them talk if they want to talk about you. Like honestly, they're probably just jealous at the end of the day.
And you don't want to peak in high school because then it's just downhill from there.
No, it's so true. And do you know what's funny?
Like if you're the little like, you know, not the popular kid, like it's like you have so much more potential to like grow after life. You know what I mean? Because people are like, ooh, they were the shit in high school. All the people I know that peaked in high school, and like not to sound like an asshole, but it's true. It happens. People peak in high school. It's like 9 times out of 10, nobody gives a shit about you after that. And then it causes them like a mental challenge because they were like, everybody cared about me and I was so cool, and now no one cares.
It's like, now what?
Right?
That is such a real thing, like peaking in high school. And it's funny looking back now, like who people were in high school versus where they are at now in life. It's just funny to see the dynamic because it just goes to show you like, wow, just because you peaked in high school doesn't mean you're going to peak after that in the real world.
No.
It really doesn't matter what your quote unquote status is in high school.
Not at all.
So don't worry about any of that superficial shit because it's not real. Like that's not the real world. That's just like something that we made up for some reason in high school, and it's so cliquey and
it like literally only applies in high school.
Yeah, it does.
It's only 4 years, you'll get through it, and maybe 5 depending on your school.
I did go to 1 year of college, and that did not apply. Like there was no cliques, there was no popular people. Like it literally was just like to each their own in college, and it was just like so much better. So even like once you graduate, it's not going to be like that. So yeah, that's my like tip number 1 for like school in general is just like in life, just don't give a shit about what other people think about you. And I feel like it's especially important not to when you're like growing up in high school, because I know it could be really, really hard. So,
and also like not trying to like just be conformed to what everybody else is doing. Everybody's probably going to be trying drugs and partying and drinking and doing all these crazy things, and it's like you don't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
Everyone can take their own time with things in life. I also did not do any of that in high school. Like I didn't start partying until like grade 12. And all my friends did way before that. I just was like, that's not my vibe. I have other priorities. Don't want to do that. Right? Like you don't have to grow up faster just because everyone else is, and you don't have to, like I just said, do anything that anyone else is. And I think if you just stick to like your core values and like what you think is important to you as a human, like when you're older, you will respect those choices a lot. Like you will be like, I'm so happy that I never did that. Like if you want to wake up in a bush hungover, you can. You totally can. And it's also like time for experimenting things. Yeah. But yeah, if there's things you don't want to do, don't let other people, like don't let the peer pressure get to you.
Don't just do something to fit in.
No, because God, fitting in is like you don't want to fit in.
Yeah, like
I mean you do in a way, but like you don't.
No, but like you think you want to fit in high school, but then actually looking at it when you're out, you're like, oh wow, like that was really just like irrelevant, you know?
Yeah, just do whatever lights your soul on fire. Because yeah, like I just said, you'll respect yourself later if it's like, oh, you wore fun outfits, or you dressed a certain way, or you liked certain sports, or you joined certain clubs in the school. People are like, that's for nerds. It's like, okay, but I like it and I want to do it, so yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, no, but literally that's a mentality that I mean I at least try to adopt. I know it's hard, but like,
and so many people are in there, like I get people that are there for their straight up education. There's so many people I knew that were like, I'm not doing anything else. I'm literally just here to do good in school. And like respect that. Yeah. There's also people there that are fully just using high school to learn about themselves. Also respect that. Yeah. You know, it's a crazy time, and like you feel like you'll grow up so fast in those 4 years of school versus after that, like life hits ya. It gets crazy after that. So like if you think that's crazy, it's going to be different, less crazy in some ways, the way you're not, you know, stuck with all these like thousands of people growing up and going through like puberty at the same time.
Yeah.
But after that, it will get easier, but also like harder adult wise, you know? So it's like, it's just kind of preparation and just take everything on the chin and just learn about yourself. And if you're listening to this and you were new going into high school, please listen to that, because it's really sad hearing about like newer or like the youngest kids in high school like going through like these awful things because they're literally just trying to fit in and like keep up with everyone else. And it's like,
when it's not really who you are.
You don't like, when I look at kids now that are that age, it like breaks my heart. I'm like, I can physically see that you were just keeping up with everything. And it's like, you don't have to do that. Like, I do understand how you feel like you do, but it's like, just do what your soul wants to do, what makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
You don't have to be involved in all the things that people are doing that are getting them in trouble. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. Just remember that, whether it's for fitting in, whether it's for making friends, like whatever it is, like be true to yourself as much as you know. Like, no, because I know in high school it's definitely, you're still figuring out your boundaries, you're still figuring out who you are, but try to stay true to yourself regardless. And like, obviously everybody's gonna make mistakes, everybody's gonna fall into peer pressure at some point, but like make sure that like when you are in a situation like that, if you like mess up and you realize that later on, like just learn from that, and then you know to do better the next time.
No, you'll learn so much in high school.
It's definitely a learning curve for sure.
And it's also like, we can definitely say that we are completely different people than we were in high school.
Oh my god, 100%.
And it's like, if I would have known all the things I know now back in high school, that would have been a totally different experience.
Totally
so
different.
Also don't think that anything that happens to you in high school is going to be your
like end all be all.
It's going to be, this is what the rest of my life is going to be, because it's not at all. It's literally not at all.
Yeah.
If you're like getting bullied or things like that, it's like, this is not going to be your whole life. Yeah, I know it's easier said than done, but the people that are, you know, being that way, being nasty, like they're also learning about themselves, and they're probably insecure as fuck.
Yeah.
And don't know nothing about themselves. Yeah. And that's why they're like projecting shit onto other people. So really just ignore everyone else in school and do whatever you want to do. Okay?
Yeah. And also like the meanest people in school, just know like you don't know what their home life is like.
True.
They may be going home and like having a horrible home life, and then they take it out at school.
Yeah.
So it's like, have empathy for everybody. Try to see past that. Try not to judge a book by its cover. Because you never know like what's going on in other like factors of people's lives. So.
And remember, it's not a you problem.
Exactly,
like when people are acting like bad people, that's not a you problem. That is
and don't take it too personal.
Yes.
Because if they say mean things to you, it's most likely just them projecting onto you of like their own insecurities and what happens to them, you know?
Exactly. The next tip would be for staying on track, staying to your goals, getting things done. If that's what you want to do, you know, you're in school, you want to do your thing, do good, be successful. Take it from Michaela. A routine will do you good.
Take it from me, baby.
It will do you good.
Yeah.
Especially in school, like it especially if it's after grad, right? Like you're going to university or whatever it is. I definitely think a routine will help you, because obviously you'll have like your same few classes every week and whatever. And it's like, put yourself into a routine on those days. Make sure you're also prioritizing like your outside life outside of school, because I know that school can be very stressful, and especially like, you know, if you're someone who has to pay for it, and what's it called?
What do you
Student
mean?
loan.
Student
you got
loan,
like student loan, and you know, you're in debt over stuff. Like make sure you also prioritize, you know, like maybe exercising or reading or whatever you like to do as well into your routine, so that way you don't get completely sucked in and like overwhelmed by school.
It can easily consume your whole entire life.
Absolutely.
Like every aspect of it.
Right? So a routine is definitely important, especially when you're in like university and whatnot. You're older now, you're at least over 18, so it's like you're becoming an adult, so you want to kind of like set up and implement discipline to be able to just help you as you get older and you're an adult, because that's obviously an important thing to have in your life, is to be able to discipline yourself and stick to it is very important in just your daily life. And yeah, I definitely think with school, if you want to stay on track and stay focused and do good, I definitely think you have to have a routine. If I was back in school, I would 100% have my school like routine days and make sure I make time for other things, and also set aside time for school related things to make sure that you're getting everything done, so that way you don't feel, just so you don't overload your plate and feel overstressed out, because I know that can happen easily. I know a lot of people that are in school that are like, I have so much going on, stress, money, right?
Yeah, I feel like time blocking and stuff really does help too. just like structuring your day so you can kind of fit time for everything, like a mental reset, relaxing time, while also like fitting in the time to like do your work, maybe go to work, go to school, whatever. Yeah, you guys already know, like I'm not even gonna go on a tangent again because you know how much
just go back to every other episode.
Yeah, literally. You know how much I prioritize like my routine. And yeah, if you're somebody who's getting overwhelmed with like too many things on their plate, just try like time blocking, making a routine, and just having some like set implemented structured things. Oh my god, do you know what it's actually called? It's the TikTok trend going on, one of the trends going on right now.
Oh yeah,
it's a dopamine
menu.
A dopamine menu.
Yeah.
Yes, create a dopamine menu for yourself. So basically what you do is just like write a list of things that make you the happiest. For example, picking up a coffee in the morning, reading for 15 minutes throughout your day, going on a walk, whatever. Pick a couple of those things to do, or even one of those things to do every single day, to make sure that you're doing something for yourself and make time for that. Because I feel like a lot of the times in work and in life, I mean, whether it's you work a full-time job or you're in school or working or you're a full-time student, it's super easy to like be so consumed in that and just like be robotic about it and not really realize that like you are not catering to yourself. So it's important to keep implementing at least something every single day that's going to make you happy. Yeah, that's a cute little idea, is to create a little dopamine menu.
Yeah. And it ties into our last episode of like being the best version of yourself as well. It's like you gotta feed your mind, body, and soul to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Which also aligns with going back to school. If you want to do the best you can do, you have to have like, yeah, your mind's got to be on track. Your body's got to be on track. You also don't really want to be dealing with, you know, health issues because you're in school and you're only eating ramen noodles every day. Like, take care of your body. I know teachers haven't done because we both haven't gone to school in that kind of aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be fun though. I feel like living on campus and like going to school would be fun. It's just not an experience that I also would do because there's nothing that I'm super passionate about school wise, but if there was, I think it would have been a fun experience. Like sometimes I think about that and I have a little bit of FOMO, especially like in the States where they have cool frats and like crazy parties. Not that I would need to be like drinking and whatever, but they have like cute little dorms and you know there's always like a party on the Friday night or whatever. Like I just sometimes I'm like that would be fun. Like you also meet so many people.
Yeah.
And you can create like, you know, like lifelong friendships from that, which I think is really cool. So it's not an experience that I've ever had, but I can imagine how it would be a really good experience and like personality shaping, like life shaping also, because it's, you know, your early 20s years. Yeah. Which is really cool. But that wasn't for me.
That's funny because in the States, it's so popular. Like in the States, I'd say like 95% of people once they're done with high school, they go board somewhere at university. Yeah. But for those who don't live in Canada, it is not really the same here. No. I would say like maybe 30% of people go and board at a university.
You mean like live on campus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying like
what does board mean?
Sorry, I don't know why I'm using that term right now. That's like the only thing that came to my head. But yeah, I would say probably like 30% of people do it here. And it's really not common. Like in the States, it's like that's just like routine. That's what everybody does.
I think I only know 2 people that actually live on campus.
Yeah. I mean,
I've only ever met like everyone I know will either just
commute there
or like it's just not the same where it's like it's obvious everyone's moving to campus
and like
right after school.
And usually everybody just goes to like a local university so they could just drive there.
True. We also have a lot.
Yeah.
We have a lot of schools. So maybe that's why like you really don't have to live unless you're going all the way to UBC. Like UBC is very opposite ends. Yeah. And I could see why you would like want to live there and whatnot. But I
feel like that's just more popular for like people in the States is to like go further for university, and they're like, oh, where are you gonna go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they move states and whatnot for university.
Yeah, but here it's not really,
and it's
like
very
that.
Sports carried there too. Like people get scholarships and stuff from sports or whatever. Guys, we could be totally also pulling this out of our ass. This is just what I've gathered from like TikTok.
No, it's definitely true. I mean, Joel did, I don't know if you knew this, but Joel did go to university for a couple years, and he was on UBC's football team. Right. And he stayed on campus. He lived on campus. He lived on campus for like 2 years. I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 years. I can't remember now, but he was a schoolboy living on campus. Schoolboy. And so I kind of got to experience a little bit of that, like a sliver of it. The first year that he went to university, he lived in a 1 bedroom, or literally it was just him in like a little dorm. And then the second year of his university, he moved in with 3 other guys from his football team into like
you know what, you did tell me this actually.
Yeah,
now that you're saying it, it's ringing a bell.
Yeah, into like a little like townhouse type situation where
so you like
4
kind of experienced, like it wasn't you yourself, but like,
yeah, but like
by association.
I would go there like on the weekend for a day, and like we would go out to a party together. So I would kind of experience like that life a little bit, and we would like walk around campus, go to like a restaurant there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got like, I would say I got to experience 5% because I just, when I went to go see him.
Yeah.
But like those frat parties, guys, if you've never gone to one, you're not missing out.
I know, like, my friend has gone to like a couple UBC frat parties because they get crazy, but I'm pretty sure like the one that she went to, she got roofied at. So I'm like,
are you kidding me? That's so scary. I'm not surprised though. They're crazy.
So that's very scary. I don't remember the story, but I remember thinking like,
that's crazy.
She was like blacked out all night, and I'm like,
oh my God,
girl, I don't even want to know what happened while you're blacked out. That's so scary.
That's crazy.
See, if I lived in the States, bitch, I'd be Kappa Kappa Nu, like I'd be Miss Sorority Sister. Girl. I'd be on the cheer team.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
I always like when movies, like I always wanted to be on like a high school cheer team that was like intense. Like I so would have. At our school, literally there was like 2 people on the team.
Could we just talk about that for a second? In the States, the States, in even high school, their cheer team, their football team,
they take it so serious.
It's like they actually have a full football team. They have a full cheer squad. Like
it's kind of cool though
in the States. And I also feel like their grad classes are so much bigger than they are here.
Oh yeah, girl, because the population is huge.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like Canadian schools are so lame compared to American.
Yeah,
like that's actually like a big difference, is that like American high school is so big. Canadian high schools is just so lame. Like there's like what do we do here? Even like college football in the States is so big. Like stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
huge. Which I think it's really cool. But yeah, no, it's crazy.
Another tip for school, honestly, I feel like this one's just kind of straightforward, is just to stay organized. When I was in school, and try your best not to procrastinate. This is just like in general life tip, school tip, whatever. When you stay organized, when you use a planner, when you use an agenda, Google Calendar, Notion, whatever you use, ClickUp is actually really good too. Just stay organized, girl. Like trust me, your future self will thank you for it. When you have an assignment, don't make excuses to not start it. Just start it so then you can have a peace of mind, because I did that with absolutely everything, and I still do to this day, where I'm just such a procrastinator. And I picked up that habit through high school because I hated doing my schoolwork, and I would literally do it like an hour before it was due at midnight. So don't learn from me. Even if you just work on something like 20 minutes a day, still is going to make a big difference and compound, rather than like rushing it the day before and having to like do it all in one go.
I mean, unless you work better under pressure.
Yeah, which
I feel like I do sometimes, honestly.
But I feel like the only reason why you do is because you're so stressed that you know you need to get it done. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword when it comes to that, because it's like, well, technically, but yeah, just like staying organized, like even like shopping for really cute school supplies could motivate you. Like getting a cute,
brand new backpack,
getting
new
a
water
cute
bottle,
folder,
folders,
like
pencils.
Right?
Oh, that's so fun.
It's like, it's so cutesy and fun, and like try to just romanticize the shit out of it. That really does lead into motivation. And even if like you have a hard time studying, you have a hard time doing your work, try to like, if you have a space like somewhere in your house, in your room, try to create like a designated working corner that you're like, okay, when I'm in this corner on this desk, this is when I'm going to sit down and work, and make it a very zen area for yourself. Put a lamp, put a cute little pencil holder, like make it really cute so you actually are motivated to go sit there instead of like working in your bed. Because I feel like a lot of the times it's like when you're doing everything in one spot, it could like mentally be really confusing for your brain. Yeah. So just like romanticize things, make your exterior environment really cute. And honestly, that really does like
apply to everything.
It does apply to everything, and it does give you motivation.
As soon as I zone out, like I'm totally listening to what you're saying, but in my head I went, oh, we should do a Halloween episode and we're wearing costumes. Like literally while you're talking, I'm thinking that. I'm like, Talia, shut up, listen to what she's saying. No, we have to wear a costume and film our episode.
No, but like, why am I so down for that?
Yes, but it needs to be like a duo costume.
Yeah, it needs to be like a blonde and brunette costume.
Yes. Right? I mean, guys, actually like let us know some now, because we need time to plan. Just in case.
Yeah, we need time to show up.
I've seen good ones before, like good blonde and brunette ones, but I'm like, none of my friends are brunette until now. So
yeah,
there you go.
There we go. Your first brunette friend breaking the ice.
Breaking the ice.
What can I say? No, I'm totally down for that. Like, I want to have some fun with Halloween this year.
So fun.
That would be so cute. We could take some cute photos.
Right? You with your glasses right now. I'm like, okay, Miss Velma. Like, if you had a bob.
Velma, I'll get a redhead bob and wear purple.
A little bob. That's
Velma.
Daphne.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Hello.
I knew that.
Velma, orange sweater.
Okay, I got them confused.
Black glasses.
I'm sorry.
I'm dark brown bob.
Oopsies.
I've just always wanted to wear a wig on Halloween. Like, that's my goal. I just want to wear a wig.
Okay, well, we all know that her costume's gonna have a wig then.
If I can find one, then I will.
I mean,
a good one.
You probably would have to go on, like, I don't know, Amazon. I feel like a good price range where you could get a decent wig.
I've seen good ones on Amazon. Like,
probably like $30.
Maybe, might be more.
I
might have to ball out to get a good wig.
The ones at like Value Village,
no,
they're not to be trusted.
Trash.
They're gonna be like
trash.
Those like plastic ones that like get all tingled and gross.
Yeah, no, not good. And they're always like the little like pink or orange bobs.
Yeah. I actually have a few of those at home and they're horrible.
I think I need one just in case I like have to tap into another personality for the day. I think I just need to have a wig at all times.
I've always wanted to have like a really realistic like wig. And whether that be like blonde, like redhead, like ginger, and like put it on really good.
Yeah.
And then wear it out.
I know. So I'm like, if I ever had anything where I had to shave my head, wigs exist. Yeah. And we'll be having lots of fun with those.
Yeah, no, but it's true. It's like there's such good wigs. Yes, they're expensive, but there is good options out there. That would be so fun to put on a wig and like go out as a different personality.
Should we just do a wig episode?
Like, why not? Let's do it.
Oh gosh.
What hair color would you choose?
We're so just like, I don't even know. We're thinking of like the most random things today. I love it.
We're going from like A to like Z, like in a matter of like 60 seconds.
No, today is all over the map. Touching a bit of everything.
Yeah, we're just touching on all the topics that are in the foreseeable future.
Right. Recently, okay. I'm saying recently, but I literally mean 2 days ago. I was listening to a podcast. It was actually funny. I was listening to Brittany Broski's podcast, and she's just so funny. That's why I clicked on it. I'm like, I was driving home, and I'm like, I just want to laugh right now. But for some reason, this episode, this chick wanted to like talk deep, and I was like, okay, change of motion. But she was talking about how her goal is to just have a baseline knowledge of everything. Like, she's like, I just want to be able to know a little bit about everything. Like, and I was like,
everything ever?
Yeah. Like, she was like, I just want to have like a baseline knowledge of pretty much everything. She's like, I love learning, and I just always want to like be able to know something. Yeah. And then she was talking about like this app called like Nibble, where there's like a little lesson every single day, like, and there's multiple topics. Yeah. And it's like just a little lesson that you can do like one a day. You can pick, and you just kind of like learn something new, like quick learn something new. Yeah. And a lot of the time, like, sometimes I'll forget that I want to learn things. Yeah. Like, I'll be like, whatever. And then all of a sudden I get super motivated. That's like, I need to be more educated and I want to learn more things. Yeah. And right now I really want to learn another language, and I want to relearn sign language. I knew it for a bit, but
you knew sign language?
I knew like the alphabet, guys. I knew the alphabet. And I know like some things because someone who was deaf came into the store recently, and I like, whatever, just like signed thank you to her, like, you're welcome or whatever. And I was like, like, she had to write everything down. I was like, I wish I could just talk to her. Yeah. Like, I just knew sign language. And it literally that day I was like, how to learn American Sign Language.
Sign language
I just
classes.
Get inspired by it. And like, I started on Duolingo Spanish like a year ago, and I'm like far in, but it's like I got lost in the process, and I'm already like so far in that it's like, okay, do I even remember all the stuff I learned till then? Yeah. But I just started learning Japanese because I'm going to be going to Japan next year. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to just know a few things, okay? Yeah. So far, it's so funny. The first lesson it's teaching you is how to say rice, green tea, water.
That's like the things you'd order.
Like, please and thank you or something. No, it's literally like the first lesson is how to order food.
That's hilarious.
Like, okay, well, now I know how to order green tea and rice.
You know what?
So that's what I'm eating the whole trip.
It's probably because they know you're probably wanting to learn it because you're going there.
Yeah,
so they're like, all right, we got to cover the basis first.
Literally, it's like sushi, rice, green tea,
that's
water.
Hilarious.
Please and thank you.
That's so funny.
I'm like, well,
you need to know matcha.
Oh yeah, I need to figure that out. Matcha.
It's basically green tea, but like in a different way, you know.
True. But yeah, I started learning that, and it's like I just want to be able to know another language, because I did French immersion. I know you can speak French, but I did French immersion, and it was like, it's one of those classes where all my friends were in it, and like everyone just goofed around all the time, and like I always thought French was so hard to learn because of like the verbiage and the way they like say things backwards, and then there's feminine and masculine for everything. I was like, this really is hard. A lot. Spanish is kind of like that with like the feminine and masculine stuff, but I definitely found Spanish to be easier than French to learn personally in my brain. So I know a little bit of Spanish, but I want to be able to like have conversations in Spanish, and I just want to be able to know a little bit to like navigate Japanese, you know what I mean? Yes. To be able to at least like ask things and stuff like that. And I want to learn sign language, so that those are like my things right now that I want to learn. I love that. And I also got some books for my birthday, so I need to read again. So I'm gonna get reading.
I love that so much.
Yeah, trying to get a little educated.
She's a learning, educated girl.
I love learning things, honestly. I don't know, I'm learning things all the time, which is cool, but when I can just randomly get like educated on things, I'm like, that's awesome.
No, it's true. I mean, there's so much in this world that we don't know, and like you could genuinely learn something new every single day. And even if it's just like you learn one simple fact every day, that's still gonna like really compound, and like you're gonna be more smart, you know.
more well-rounded.
Like even if that's just learning one word or whatever.
Yeah, because she was like saying in her podcast something along the lines of I'm also starting to listen to podcasts again. Like I always go in and out, and right now I've been listening to them. I'm like, I literally have podcasts, I should probably listen to them, you know.
Wait,
like what are people talking about? I don't even know. But she was saying that she was like, I just really enjoy like smart people and being able to have like smart conversations with people. And I definitely would say one of my like insecurities is like not that I'm not smart, but like is having other people think I'm not smart. Like when I say something that like comes out as dumb, I'm like, fuck. Like I'm like, no, they're gonna think I'm a dumb blonde, and I'm blonde. So
it's like
I don't want to ever sound like a dumb blonde. And I would definitely say I'm smart. I'm definitely a lot more street smart, life smart, wise smart than I am book smart. But I would love to learn more things to make me more book smart. You know? I'm always open to learning new things. It's not like, oh, I want to go and take a whole course on something. It's like I want to know, like she said, I want to know tidbits of like a lot of things.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like that's just good to, especially like as you get older, like to expand your brain too, and to help your brain like keep working, because I feel like
like we
don't like exercise our brain enough a lot of the times, especially because when you get older, like you're not in school anymore and whatever, so
and
it's
social
like
media, you're not exercising.
You're definitely not exercising your brain, scrolling on TikTok. But one also thing that I wanted to say is realize that school is an option. It's not you have to go to be successful. You could be successful doing whatever you want to be successful doing, because like you really do create your own reality. And so just remember that school is not the end all be all. I mean, I didn't go to university. Well, I went for 1 year, then dropped out, but still pretty much irrelevant. You didn't go to university, and we are doing completely fine today.
Neither of my parents went to university either.
There you go. So neither did mine, actually. But it wasn't that popular either back then in the day. It's like, don't feel forced to go to school. And I feel like even if you don't know what to do, taking a year off, like a gap year or whatever, that could do so much for you, and you can really like tune into what you want. And one thing to like keep in mind is that school is always going to be there, and you could go to school at any point in your life. Like you're never too old to go to university. It's never too late to go to school. You can always go back to school. So even if you need to take some time off of it to really truly realize and know what you want, then do that. Like there's no shame in not going to school and taking the route that everybody takes. So I mean, when I didn't go to school, it was definitely hard, because like a lot of people would think I'm just like stupid for not taking the opportunity to get educated. But everybody is different, and school isn't for everybody. School is for some people. So just remember that, and don't like do something you don't want to do just because people expect it out of you, or just because you think you need to do it because of like the societal norms.
And I know like some people's families are very like, you're going to school. So I know like that can be different in some people's situations, but still like at the end of the day, like it's your life. If something like, especially like when you gotta pay for school, like it's different if you got a free ride, you're like sponsored scholarship. I feel like even if I didn't know what I was going to do, I would still go, because school is super expensive, and you know, some people do not have the luxury of being able to even afford school, even if they really want to go. So I definitely think if you have the opportunity to go and you are interested, then definitely experiment. Nothing, it's not going to hurt. But But if you're on the other side of the coin and you're like us and you're like, yeah, I really don't feel the need to do this. Like, I don't think this feels right for me. You got to do what's good for you. So
yeah,
because school's a lot. Like, if I got pushed into school, I probably would have had a mental breakdown, shaved my head, pulled a Britney Spears.
No, literally. Like,
after getting out of 12 years, like,
yeah. And it's like sometimes you need to step out of the system to realize, like, okay, actually, wait, I do like school and I do want to do it, you know?
I missed this class. Yeah. I'm learning about this was really awesome.
And then, wait, I actually realized I really like this and whatever.
Yeah.
Or you're going to realize the opposite and be like, wow, like, I've never felt better in my life. Like, I actually don't want to go back, you know? So really just going to depend and do what you want to do at the end of the day, and make sure you take the time to figure that out, because you have so much time at that point in your life when you're graduating high school and you're deciding, like, you're so young. You're so young and you have all the time in the world to figure your life out. You don't have to figure it out right when you graduate. Like, you have time. So do not stress about it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I think that just about kind of wraps it up for this episode. I know we did a lot of rambling and wasn't a lot of, specific step-by-step tips. Because like we've said, we didn't go to school. It's been a hot minute since we have. We hope anything we did say kind of did like maybe motivate you or give you any insight onto how you want to start your school year if you're going back. And if you're not, that's sick. Same.
Yeah. Same, girl.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys also are excited. Okay, well, we're not excited for fall. We are, but we aren't. But you're on the same page. You know what I mean?
Let us know down below if you're excited or not.
And Halloween costume ideas.
Yes.
If you watch this whole episode, you legally have to comment something.
You legally have to comment and answer all of our questions.
You legally do.
Sorry.
So thank you guys so much again for watching the big 20th episode.
20 and 10 times 2. Let's do some quick math now.
Maths for ya.
All right.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Love you guys as always.
Hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you in next week's episode, and we love you guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and don't forget to follow us on all our socials. Happy back to school season. We hope you have the best time in or out of school, regardless of what you're doing, and don't stress, have fun, and enjoy the ride, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the journey.
Love it. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.